Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
Yes. We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us at TwitterX. Well, yesterday we had a really fun Thanksgiving special for you guys. We had our
extravaganza.
Spectacular spectacle at our parents' house with our parents. They made a cameo in it, and it was a lot of fun. We sort of teased the Kitson controversy that happened yesterday.
Well, not really a controversy. It's just a badass move on Kitson's part.
So awesome. Okay, so when Stephanie and I lived in LA, Kitson and like Fred Siegel was like where everybody shopped. Meghan probably wished she could shop there.
I'm sure she went.
I'm sure she
went
like
to go get her Uggs and her
like
Juicies.
Yeah, like that's where you would get like your 7 jeans, or just like they had a jean bar, and you'd go and get your jeans, and it's just where all the celebrities and just it's just the trendy place to go. I'm just laughing at this so hardcore. Steph, do you want to explain what happened over at Kitson?
It's basic. Kitson every year has a holiday hypocrisy window display. This year, they had Meghan and Harry on it.
And other people.
Of course. But Meghan and Harry were on it. And their hypocrisy window consisted of the private planes that they were taking from Montecito to Vegas, back to Montecito. San Diego. To Montecito, to LA. All places that you could probably just, get in a car and just drive there. You didn't have to take a private plane.
You can always get an Uber to give you a Prius if you ask for it. Nicely.
But
so
they
didn't want to.
These two bottom feeders had to actually get on the 20-minute flight to these places, and they got slammed.
So they get completely slammed. Harry and Meghan humiliated as LA Shop slams their hypocrisy with scathing takedown. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, are said to feel humiliated as an LA Shop window negatively impacts the couple's image. Now, this is not just a normal LA shop, okay? That's why this is so great. This is the in crowd. This is who they want to be a part of. I don't think we're going to see their faces in public for a long time after this.
I hope not.
Because I'm telling you guys, this is probably the worst thing that could have happened to them, because South Park was nothing. Because South Park, they go after everybody. Kitson, everyone loves Kitson. Nobody has anything negative to say about Kitson.
And so many tourists go to Kitson. So those window coverings, it's going to be like all over for the entire holiday season, which I love. It's like a Macy's,
it's so great.
It's like the Macy's holiday windows, it's like, oh God, it's so good.
That's why we're smiling so much, because it's just such a takedown.
Yeah.
I used to think in my head, what could be the worst thing that could happen to them? And now this is it. The iconic Kitson boutique in West Hollywood is known for having a slew of famous customers, and them really hitting the headlines in the 90s. In the 2000s too, because that's when we would shop there. We would get our juicy couture there, and I'd get my jeans there too. Making a name for itself more than 2 decades ago, famous faces papped on shopping sprees. They're including the likes of Lindsay Lohan, Tori Spelling, Britney Spears, and Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham even has her line there. It's so popular. But in recent years, Kitson has become famous for displaying a holiday hypocrisy window where newspaper headlines ridicule famous faces. And this year, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are the subjects of the scathing window, with the couple's hypocrisy surrounding their stance on global warming and eco issues despite using private jet. That's what I remember. That's where you could buy the Team Aniston and the Team Jolie shirts.
Yeah, the t-shirts.
Because I remember going and buying one, and I couldn't remember if it was Fred Siegel or there.
Yeah.
Because I got a Team Jolie shirt.
I got a Team
back
Aniston.
in the day. Yeah. For the past 3 years, the store has become infamous for its festive holiday display known as the Holiday Hypocrisy Window, which it uses to hold the rich and famous accountable for their hypocritical acts during the year. This year, they have aimed at Harry and Meghan. She went on to add that for Meghan, who grew up in LA, Kitson would have been an aspirational store for her to shop in. And it wouldn't surprise me if she had a few Kitson items on her now. Robinson Boulevard, baby, West Hollywood, brings back great memories. I knew I'd love to shop there for a great reason. and that's why.
So prophetic.
Kinsey Schofield got in on the action, so I thought, I haven't seen this in neither is Stephanie, so I thought we could react to what she has to say. I'm sure it's great.
Hollywood's famous Kitson store has given its Christmas display the royal treatment this year. Oh yeah, see those windows featuring the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on its annual holiday hypocrisy window display.
The royal couple have been sarcastically titled People of the Year by Kitsons as they appear alongside newspaper headlines calling them out for preaching about climate change while consistently using private jets when they travel.
Look at how they even put up the crime rate. They're next to violent crime and Hunter Biden.
Joining us now, live from Los Angeles, is the one and only royal commentator, Kinsey Schofield. Hi, Kinsey. First off, I think that you and I know what Kitsons are, but we'll put it into context. This is a very significant story because Kitsons is the top people's store in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Hollywood. Their headquarters is on Robertson, one of the swish boulevards of your fair city. So top people, all the actors, all the stars shop in this place. And if you go down to Kitson's on Boulevard right now, you know, anytime you'll find lots of paparazzi all standing there because they know the rich and the famous will be in that store pretty soon. So this store is telling the people who matter that the gruesome twosome from Montecito are a couple of hypocrites. Quite significant.
You're absolutely right. I mean, this is the place to be seen in Hollywood if you're shopping. It's where, like, Paris Hilton used to stage paparazzi photos and Kim Kardashian used to stage paparazzi photos before they were somebody. Over the holiday season, Harry and Meghan are going to be proudly displayed on these windows. They're there now. So when other Hollywood celebrities walk through those doors, they're going to see this store calling out Harry and Meghan for their...
This is so great. I mean, this is the best Christmas gift ever.
Yeah,
Thank you,
this
kids.
is all I've ever wanted.
Seriously.
Eco-hypocrisy and making fun of them for saying one thing but doing another. This is a store that I guarantee you Meghan Markle is familiar with. She's a hometown girl, and I'd be surprised if she hadn't purchased an item or two from this store. And they don't like being called out. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got a phone call from the Sussexes saying, could you please take our picture down?
I mean, it seems to me that they're running out of road, aren't they? They thought they'd go to Los Angeles, become the king and queen of Disney or something, and yet Netflix has been a flop. Their podcast series has been a flop. That kids' book they tried to write has been a flop. Everything they seem to touch and do has been a flop. And yet we keep hearing, released to papers, usually by that COVID scabies useful mouthpiece of theirs, that, you know, she's planning some sort of rebrand. She's going to come back. She could be running to be Democrat president.
Kitson just cut her off at the pass. There's no rebrand anymore.
Oh, no, they'll probably try something.
No. They've been cut off at the pass. I don't know how they can get out of this one. I really don't know.
How Ari is going to get her out of this
Guys,
one.
I'm being completely honest. This is such a huge deal. You guys have no idea the gravity of this.
And, I mean, really, what is she going to do now?
Well, I mean, Alex, have you noticed lately that Harry and Meghan seem to be doing these fake royal engagements? That appearance in San Diego a few weeks ago at the hockey rink. It's almost as if a PR strategist set them down and said, we've got to figure out why the world fell in love with you in the first place. And we're going to thrust people back. We're going to thrust you back on the world in almost a royal element so that we can try to put the toothpaste back in the tube for the last 3 years of your verbal vomiting. It does seem like they're trying to rebrand in almost a royal way, but I'm so with you. I'm so sick of the word rebrand. At some point, we've accepted that you're terrible people and there's no moving forward.
Well, exactly. And as I say,
I love that we haven't seen this yet, but yet we are literally saying everything that's coming out of
We're thinking
everything that's coming out of Kinsey's mouth. It's like she's so great.
the Kitsons doing this, I think, may be reflective of the general attitude towards this couple in America. We know that when they first came here, how many ever years ago it was, via Canada, that they were embraced by America. They were thrilled to have this royal couple.
That's not true. I don't remember that ever happening.
I was excited.
You were excited when they came from Canada to. No, you weren't, because
I
you were
still
like,
didn't. I know
you
it was
didn't
the
like how they did
the Oprah interview messed me up, dude.
Oh, you mean to tell me when they said we don't want to be part of the royal family and that the
I
queen's a
was
liar
still,
of recollections?
No,
maybe
I still had some sort of faith that they were gonna do good in America, and they didn't.
No,
They didn't do anything in America.
I didn't think. I had no hope for them.
Yeah, the Oprah's what put me over the edge.
I didn't like how they treated the queen when
Yeah.
they were like,
I'm just saying,
she's not telling the
the
truth.
Oprah is what got me.
Their midst, and they could do no wrong for a while. And then the table started to turn. And of course, we've had the South Park cartoon and the other cartoon recently, the name of which escapes me, Family Guy, wasn't it?
Family Guy.
So they indicated that America is now, their attitude towards this couple has gone from love to contempt. And now this in Kitson's. I mean, that is what America now feels about this couple. They don't like them anymore.
You've got South Park, Family Guy, the Spotify, huge embarrassment being called grifters, being dropped by Spotify. That's on an industry level, that's humiliating. You've got the 3-hour car chase in New York City or whatever. I think this is Harry and Meghan's own Annus Horribius. I think this is the worst year of their lives, professionally. And they've got to figure out what's to come in 2024 to save face, because their lifestyle is very expensive. We don't all have 16 bathrooms. That's a lot of toilet paper.
There it is.
You know what's interesting, though? When they first moved to America, I thought the pandemic was probably the best thing that could have happened to them, because I said they're going to keep low. But they even managed to screw that up.
It's interesting. When they sort of did their sojourn to Canada before they were allowed into California, while Prince Harry was lying on his visa application, he's never done drugs or whatever it was, the Canadians said, we don't want them here. They're going to cost our police and security too much money. Go on, shuffle off. The Americans said, come on, you come to Hollywood, join the glitterati. Oprah did her sort of, slack-jawed moment of TV, fake interview. Now they've run out of road. Where on earth are they going to go? Do you think Harry and Meghan's only choice, essentially, is going to be grovelling back to the royal family, making an apology to King Charles and saying, can we start glad-handing around the sort of rainy streets of the UK again?
I think you nailed it, Alex. I think that really is one of their only options. They've got to make peace with the royal family because their brand is it's seen as being incredibly toxic at this point in time. They're not seen as creative individuals in the industry. They're not seen as hardworking individuals in the industry. And what we are realizing is their greatest strength is their association with the British royal family, which they've done everything in their power to weaken over the last 3 years, to absolutely sever. And so it does seem like they're going to have to crawl back and beg for forgiveness and try to insert themselves back into the family. And I just don't think that Prince William's going to be too eager to welcome them back with open arms.
Yeah, I should point out, Kinsey, thank you very much for this story.
That was great. It just goes to show you that Sussex Squad is so freaking delusional when they try to lie and say things like, Americans love them. Nobody likes Will and Kate.
Yeah.
The monarchy, down with the monarchy. Like, guys, this is Kitson.
Yeah, I've been saying this all along, that Meghan and Harry are going to go groveling back to King Charles. I really do. I don't feel like they have any other options here.
I mean, she said it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've always been like, they're not gonna
I
go
just
back.
can't see how they can at this
I
point.
just have been saying that forever. They have nothing. They have nothing.
They should try.
They
should try.
I think he'll bring him back in.
See, that's where we differ. I do believe that they're going to grovel and try to go back, but you actually think that they'll let them back in the fold.
Yes.
That will absolutely not happen.
No, not
absolutely
not the fold. But he's not going to turn his back on his son. He's not going to say you can't be here.
Oh no, he's going to turn his back on his son.
I don't believe that.
You know what? The only way he won't turn his back on his son is if he divorces Meghan. That's the only way.
Now there.
What do you guys think?
That's
do you think Stephanie's right, or do you think I'm
I
right?
do believe that there will be a divorce, and I also believe that King Charles is not going to turn his back.
I just said that he will not turn his back on his son if there's a divorce.
But I've always thought there'd be a divorce.
But you're saying they'll go groveling back, and King Charles will take them back because he won't turn his back on his son. He won't take Meghan back as a wife. See, okay,
she's
guys,
got grandchildren.
What do you guys?
His grandchildren.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what do you guys think? Do you think King Charles will accept Meghan and Harry back
with stipulations?
They can't be trusted. It's like the mob. It's like Godfather. It's like you can't be trusted. He killed Fredo, his own brother. That's how much you can't go against the family. I'm telling you right now, there is absolutely no way that they can trust Harry. He cannot be trusted. They have to have 24-hour surveillance on him now, and that's without her.
But I think King Charles would do it because he loves his son.
What do you guys think? Let us know. Today's animal rescue. This is really cute, and it was suggested by one of you, and I always love it when you guys do this. Beauties and the Beast, 11th hour rescue. Their mission is to change the world one rescue at a time. They're located in Wichita, Kansas. Very nice. They rescue death row animals from the shelter and place them in foster homes that will provide them with love and care they need to become happy, healthy, and adoptable animals. They do not discriminate against breed, age, medical, or behavior. This sounds like a fantastic charity. I will put the link in the description below. Please, please, please take a look at it. If you can't give them any love today, that's fine. Just share their info. It always helps. You have no idea just by sharing their information. Beauties and the Beast. Very cute. And it's got a little bulldog silhouette in the logo. And you know, I'm a sucker for that. I had an English bulldog, Levi Hamilton. He changed my life for the good. And one of the best dogs in the world. Actually, all my dogs have been great. But Levi, he was a cutie. Thank you for joining us. Let us know your opinion. Do you think King Charles will accept Harry and Meghan, or just Harry with stipulations? Obviously, I'm going to win on this, but Stephanie, for some reason.
Well, adopt a dog, guys, because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go.